people left. Salon Kontri Pot today now, the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs headquarters within subvented agencies, the winner Monument Heritage Commission and the National Tourism Board for launch International Tourism Day, with the UN they call World Tourism Day 2021, which happened September 27. But the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs and in team and in partners they launch a whole month for celebrate this World Tourism Day 2021. And you see the team, we talk about inclusive growth, that is all man for come inside this business for tourism and promote Sierra Leone. So you get to see culture, you get to see tourism, you get to see a positive side of Sierra Leone. So you have to watch Salon Kontri Pot.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Johnny Shalom, you're welcome. The Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs. That's true. Are you ready? Dr. Memunatu B. Pat. The Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, Dr. Memunatu B. Pat. You're welcome, Madam Honorable Minister. You join the high table. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mohammed Jalo, Director.
We're stepping up community involvement and ownership. We are providing alternative skill set for our tourism site communities. We are searching and researching our tangible and intangible heritage and shining light on them while seriously surprising those who think we didn't have so much to show. We are diversifying our economy in so many ways that impact the lives of everyday Sierra-Leoneans. And so that is why the theme for this year is very apt, and that is tourism, inclusive growth in achieving the Sustainable Development Goals and Agenda 2030 in post-COVID-19 era. We owe a lot of gratitude to His Excellency the President, Dr. Retired Brigadier General Dr. Julius Maada Bio, for giving this sector the international face and the necessary motivation. He has been with us to Tobanda. You may want to know where that is, in the Bank District. He has gone with us to Solima, extreme south of Pujang District, and more recently, he was at Takugama. On behalf of our trailblazer, Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, whose remarkable drive and strides are triggering buoyancy of the most economically and socially promising sector in this country, I welcome you home. I welcome you to the home of hospitality. Now, having experienced a thrilling drum beat connecting to your heartbeats and longing for more, I encourage you to stay long after the end of the official event. You will be seriously surprised. The effervescent Deputy Minister and staff of this ministry and its constituent agencies are happy to have you all commence this month-long celebration with us. On this short note, I will now at this point invite the Director of Tourism to tell us a little bit more about the purpose of this morning's event. You already know why you're here, but he's going to add depth and weight to what you already know. The Director of Tourism, Mr. Mohamed Jallo.
The Deputy Minister of Planning and Economic Development, the representative of the Minister of Environment, the Permanent Secretary who is our chair today, the Chairman Tourism Oversight Committee or his representative, the Deputy, the Chairman National Tourist Board, the Ambassador of Entertainment and Investment, the Principal MMCT, the President, Sierra Association of Hotels, the General Manager, National Tourist Board, the Administrative Manager, MRC, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, all protocols observed. I am delighted and honored to have the opportunity to present to you all this afternoon the purpose of this auspicious occasion bordering on the launching of the World Tourism Day. Let me hasten to thank the Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs and the Deputy Minister for their initiative to bring in more life in the celebration of World Tourism Day over the past 3 years. The World Tourism Day is celebrated each year on 27 September and is a global observance day fostering awareness of tourism's social, cultural, and economic value and the contribution that the sector can make towards reaching the Sustainable Development Goals. Since 2018, this ministry, its agencies and stakeholders have been organizing the celebration of World Tourism Day in an effort to raise the awareness of tourism contribution to livelihoods, to job creation, quality of lives of members of host communities, protection of the environment, and revenue generation for government. Last year's event was marked by the organization of regional symposiums on the theme Tourism Rural Development. The advent of the COVID-19 pandemic has had a massive social and economic impact on our economy, particularly marginalized groups and the most vulnerable have been hit the hardest. Even though, on the other hand, the sector has shown resilience thanks to the leadership of His Excellency the President and combined actions of the public actors. The resuscitation of the sector will help kickstart recovery and growth. It is therefore essential that the benefits this will bring are enjoyed widely and fairly. Hence, the global theme for this year's celebration, which is Tourism for Inclusive Growth, and for Sierra Leone, we have coined ours as Tourism for Inclusive Growth towards achieving the SDGs Agenda 2030 in the post-COVID era. The theme is as a result of the fact that the sector is a pillar of most, if not all, of the Sustainable Development Goals, particularly Goal 1, No Poverty, Goal 5, Gender Equality, Goal 8, Decent Work and Economic Growth, and Goal 10, Reduce Inequalities. More importantly, the theme will provide an opportunity to promote tourism's role in inclusive growth and identify how further progress can be made. This year's observance of the World Tourism Day will be marked by the organization of regional dialogues using occasions to recognize the role of tourism in their respective fields, from fair trade and climate change to gender equality, indigenous rights, and opportunities for youth. The schedule of events for the regional dialogues are as follows. On 6 September, we'll be at Paloma in Kenema. On 8 September, we'll be in Bo, at Bo Inn Hotel. And on 22nd September, in Makeni. The grand event will take place in Freetown on 27 September at the Brookfield Hotel. The panel discussion during the regional dialogues will center on topics relating to the SDGs and will represent a unique opportunity for experts, researchers, academia, INGOs, head of MDAs to contribute to these high-level discussions. It will provide the occasion to amplify the conversation about the sector's role in recovery and growth while ensuring that nobody is left behind as the sector begins to open up and look to the future. We will also use the various platforms to sensitize stakeholders on the need to increase vaccine uptake, thereby contributing to quickly subduing the COVID-19 virus and reducing risk for visitors to tourist destinations. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, while I thank you for your attention, I wish us all an exhilarating launching event of the World Tourism Day celebration. Thank you.
Another round of applause, please, for the Director of Tourism. We needed that. We needed that depth of information. These are the things where they drive tourism. So let us understand those things, and let we all here call on all of us to join hands together and celebrate tourism. All right. So I want to thank you very much. I'm sure your message has gone down very well. I will, Ministry Oversight Committee representative. I think we have the Deputy Chairman of that committee to make a statement. Thank you. Can somebody pass the mic over?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Sorry for sitting down for obvious reasons. For standing on existing protocol, I would like to, on behalf of the Parliamentary Oversight Committee, express our profound gratitude to the Minister and team for continuously involving the Oversight Committee in all the activities of the Ministry. We have been a icon in this Ministry, and we must doff our hats to you, Madam Minister. Apparently the Chairman is unavoidably absent, but as usual, I will step into his shoes. I am Honorable Emmanuel Saidi Conte, the Deputy Chair for the Tourism Oversight Committee in the House of Parliament. The theme for today's occasion is as simple and very accommodating. Why I say so? Because the ministry has always been active in promoting tourism in Sierra Leone. Tourism inclusive growth in achieving SDGs and Agenda 2030 in post-COVID era. We are all aware that COVID-19 has adversely affected the tourism sector, not only domestically, but internationally. It is because of the resilience and determination of this ministry to say, COVID or no COVID, we will continue to strive and ensure that we promote national tourism and international tourism. We are all aware, as Parliamentary Oversight Committee, we have specific functions. That is why whenever we are called upon by the ministry to support them in their activities, we are always ready to do that. We give oversight, we do representation, you all know, we make laws, enact laws. These are some of our functions, but more importantly, in supporting and promoting and rebranding tourism in Sierra Leone, we all should come together and be partner in that drive. We all know the Agenda 2030, making life better between now and 2030. How could we make life better? Tourism will play a significant role in that area. We have joined the ministry on many occasions in going around the country in celebrating ecotourism, domestic tourism, and today we are here supporting and celebrating World Tourist Day. I think it is on that note, as members of the Oversight Committee, we want to continue to give our support to the ministry. The ministry cannot ensure or cannot achieve its growth without the support of Parliament and the government. Financial commitment plays a very big role in ensuring that growth prevails in this ministry. It is on that note we are here as Parliamentary Oversight Committee to tell Mama Sharp that we are always ready to give you our support.
Indeed, Mama Sharp.
We need to look on other options as we celebrate World Tourist Day. We need to look the domestic factor, domestic tourism. I remember some months past, we were around the country, we went up country, propagating the ideals and importance of domestic tourism. We will continue to support you, Mama Sharp. We need to encourage, popularize, and rebrand tourism to ensure that COVID-19, with or without COVID-19, we will continue to strive. On behalf of my colleague present here, I want to continue to say thank you, and we are there to support you at all times. Thank you very much.
I wrote a speech last night because I was just informed about this. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, Honorable Minister of Tourism, Deputy Minister, Directors, Permanent Secretary, and our distinguished guests. It's an honor and pleasure to be here today representing the growing entertainment industry, courtesy of the Ministry of Tourism. My theme today came with a short slogan: let tourism be our new diamonds. As we're accomplice to the fact that our country, Sierra Leone, possesses great touristic potential, as an entertainment ambassador, I would like to reiterate the importance of bridging entertainment and tourism in our collective bid to help rebrand Sierra Leone. In the Caribbean Sea, there lies an island with only 3 million people. A country that cannot boast of exorbitant minerals Sierra Leone has. Their diamonds are entertainment and tourism. Jamaica, the land of the smiling sun, can be a positive country that Sierra Leone can emulate from by us laying more emphasis on our natural beauty and giving our touristic monument and industry a facelift. With the political will and the leadership of our hard-working minister here, I can now foresee a day where we'll start hosting international festivals. Yes, thank you. Such as the Back to My Roots Festival, a platform that can help in rebranding our past tainted international image. It is in our best interest to also engage the electronic media through documentaries, the Travel Channel, and CNN. A strong plight that can yield great and positive results for our country and the tourism sector. As an entertainment ambassador, recently I have just completed a playlist system. I have to add this in there. Though controversial, but I believe it's a unique platform that will bring value, standard, and respect to our music industry. Also, we are now looking towards our first trip of 25 industry people for a US-based festival and workshop, which I believe will be a reality courtesy of the support of the ministry. I am kindly pleading to the ministry to assist in mandating such a transformative initiative. As a result-oriented ambassador, I believe we have a long way to go. So does the tourism sector. I believe it will serve us greatly if a touristic package system can be developed between our airline partners, hotels, and resorts to make traveling to Sierra Leone more attractive. As it stands right now, I'm not trying to be negative, but I think Sierra Leone tourism is a little bit too expensive. Just an example, a tourist from Denmark can purchase a flight ticket to Banjul for a week. This all inclusive for only 600 euros. Hotels with free breakfast and a bus pickup from the airport. Wow. Such bold initiatives needs to be brought to the forefront, along with interesting touristic programs that will entice our guests to wanting to come or stay a little bit longer. I am a witness of this because I was in Holland one time. I took Condo Airlines and flew to the Gambia by just paying 550 euros, and I spent a week in the Gambia with free breakfast. Initiatives like this, I believe, will make Sierra Leone more attractive, our tourism. Our malaria eradication campaign needs to be robust through the Ministry of Health and Sanitation. Exchange programs for young students who can benefit from learning from great touristic-driven economies in the world and bringing back such knowledge in areas of customer service, hotel management, etc., etc. While I was writing the speech, I was not aware about the school that the ministry is unfolding presently. Congratulations and thank you very much, Madam Minister. Very impressive. I will conclude by commending our hard-working Minister of Tourism, the Honorable Madam Lemonatu Pratt, Doctor, and a dedicated staff for all the great work they have been doing. Thank you. As we approach a new year, we pray to see a very attractive tourism and entertainment sector with an unapologetic approach of support from government. May God bless us all. Thank you very much.
I'm sure you all witnessed what happened from 2018, 2019, on to 2020 when we had the Budapest Bamako finish line in Freetown. And for many people, we believe that was one of the turning points. But suffice it to say that the industry existed, but the industry needed a catalytic reform and restructuring in order that it can be able to deliver what it sets itself to do. Let me start with the hospitality, where we have the hotels, the guest houses, different bungalows, purely accommodation. They had existed in this country. They were there. But the level of overhauling that they needed in terms of government coming out profoundly and working with them is only happening now. They will tell you the stories. They will tell you that in this industry, in this ministry, it was very unusual for us to depend on government for issues that are affecting us, ranging from various kinds of taxes, some issues that has to do with arrangements of environmental responsibilities, issues that has to do with water, electricity. They will tell you that things have changed so far, and that now we are engaged with the relevant sectors and with them for things to change. And indeed, it has changed, because they now have a very reliable partner in the Ministry of Tourism. Now, when we look at the development along the beaches in the last 2-3 years, I'm sure people will know that things have changed, because the lovely beach, the #2 river, the Burai beach you used to know, is not the same. You go to some of those places today, there is energy, there is electricity, solar light, there is availability of access to water, and we have many more Sierra Leonean businesses now along those places than before. So things have changed. And when we move on to the general regulation itself on the industry with regard to activities of the ministry, when it comes to governance of the sector, the financial strategy of the sector, e-tourism, eco-tourism, so much has happened. You look at all of those things have changed. When we take our promotion and marketing that is done by the National Tourist Board, things have changed. We no longer have a country that goes to international travel market with a very small booth. We now go there with an impressive stand. And not only that, we are on all the international world podium to speak about Sierra Leone. Things have changed. The way they look at Sierra Leone before, in terms of tourism, has changed. When we look at our Monuments and Relics Commission, things have changed. So much is going on. You go to Bones Island, you go to the different areas, sites which are under reconstruction, which plans are there for renovation, for restoration work. A lot is happening in that sector as well. When you take the cultural aspect, very recently they were around the country on research across the whole country, trying to document different aspects of our culture, which has to do, you know, I don't know if people are quite familiar when we say tangible and intangible, but it has to do with the real things, the relics, the skills, the knowledge, the artifacts around the country to document them by region, by district. And that has brought in a huge amount of information to what we do. Entertainment has changed. People may disagree, but the most important change that you need in any country, I can tell you, is the political will for things to change. The very first time in the history of this country, an entertainment and investment ambassador has been appointed. Things have changed. No longer we are looking at the artists in the periphery. We are looking at the artists as counterparts, that they should be in government. That's all change. Our role with paramount chiefs, traditional rulers. In 2020, we organized the very first national paramount chief conference for tourism. That has changed. No longer you have tourists going to those communities and then the paramount chief not giving them access where they want to go, where they want to go to, or overcharging them, because they understand now and they know they are custodian of our natural resources. We are in strong partnership. That has changed. The Ministry of Tourism is no longer in isolation. It's no longer a ministry which, when they post a minister to this ministry, you pray to God that you want to live here the next day. Things have changed. The change is there. Because today, tourism has now been integrated into all sectors of the country. Different ministries. You look at the travel, the aviation sector. The entertainment ambassador was talking about air tickets and all of that. It's changing. There are many factors that needs to be overhauled for that to be so easy. But it's changing with the leadership of the vice president. We've got, like Air Senegal, more airlines are coming. From our neighboring country, Nigeria, more airlines are coming in. It will not happen overnight, but that perception too has changed.
Yes, Mama. Listen.
You look at our airport, impressive airport in many countries since independence. We have not had an airport that is very impressive. Things have changed. Today we are talking about a new airport in the next 2 or 3 years to come. That is, things have changed. So I'm here today, first of all, to give testimony to the fact that this industry is no longer a dumping ground. This industry is now contending with great industries and ministries and agencies. Before COVID, we contributed to about 4.8% just before COVID from 2018. And then, of course, we all know how the COVID has affected the tourism sector. Travel restrictions, COVID cases rising, many countries being shut down, a very undulating calendar in terms of when countries open, or now countries are opening. But before that, we did very well in a short period of time. But I want to assure you that during this period, whilst we are in country, we use our time very much to do a lot of work around building the infrastructure for tourism. And we'll give you the results. One is the hotel training school, the HTTC, that the principal of Magai was talking about. You go there, it's very clear that a lot of work has been done during the COVID. You look at our activities with the World Bank, the Sierra Leone Economic Diversification Program. This year we will likely start 3 sites. Next year we'll do another 3 sites. We have about 12 sites in the room. It's changing. So, on a day like today, it's a day wherein we should talk about things which we want the public to know and to be aware that tourism is growing. I think it's no longer the point of people not appreciating. If I do a survey now to the whole of Sierra Leone, I am sure the perception will be very high in terms of people who now know about tourism. If I ask a fundamental question, do you know about tourism? I'm sure I will have a lot of people that will say yes than before. So a day like today, we reflect, we talk about the theme. Of course, a lot of people have spoken around the theme on tourism and inclusive growth for the SDGs and Agenda 2030 in post-COVID era. So we also have to talk about what we think we have done, what we think has changed, and what the challenges we have ahead. We have huge challenges ahead. But one thing which I can assure people, that those challenges are not insurmountable. Those challenges are challenges which are doable, with commitment, with dedication, hard work, and a supportive citizenry. Those are challenges that we can overhaul. So it's going to be the future of Sierra Leone, as people have said. And it is going to be one of the key bastions of taking Sierra Leone not only to another level, but taking Sierra Leone to the world of impossibilities. When I say impossibilities, it's because taking Sierra Leone to places which Sierra Leone never imagined to be, maybe like 50 years ago. Taking you to, sometimes we say, cloud cuckoo. You're just flying. That's what this sector is going to do for us. I should say we have been hampered by the COVID-19, and we all know around the world that a lot of people lost jobs. Hotels shut down, businesses closed, resources went down. People lost investment, huge investment, which has affected the wherewithal of the industry around the world. Because this is not an industry that is in isolation. It is an industry which we have to work very, very hard for it to be factored within the international era of hospitality management, of hospitality support services. So it's important for us to really look at how this has affected us. In Sierra Leone, we know that we've had the first phase, we had the second, we have the third wave. Thank God, we are still surviving very well than many, many countries. Many, many countries around the world. And that has affected the economy of countries. You have countries today who people are going maybe even a year without salaries. But we have been able to trudge through that and ensuring that we keep body and soul together. We have countries today where investments have shut down widely, greatly. And that has had a toll on the fortunes of the country. So in Sierra Leone, we are blessed that we managed through this. I was listening to the news in Zimbabwe this morning. They are still struggling to get kids in schools because of the COVID. And in Sierra Leone, we never had those kinds of situations. So it's really, really a very serious problem. Sometimes I hear people say, every time we want to give excuses about COVID, come and ask the tourism sector how that has affected our local entrepreneurs. When you have 100 bedrooms and then maybe for 1 month, you cannot even have 10 guests to be in those rooms. And people say, don't tell me about COVID. You have to talk about COVID and its impact on the economy. You have businesses like the airlines. that travel, that bring people, take people across the world, they are only now trying to grapple in terms of coming back to life. So it's a serious, serious thing that has happened to us. So I should say, we are launching the World Tourism Day celebration, or the World Tourism Month, which starts from September 1 and goes to September 30th. And of course, our very, what should I say, a very smart and dynamic director has already presented the program. So all over the world, countries celebrate this month with different activities. And we all have to paste on the international agenda as to what activities our countries are doing. So we have to let them know that these activities.
We dey promote with local languages. So I dey give me vote of thanks in Creole. I want for, first of all, thank God for giving this opportunity for make we all gather here today. And most especially, I want to tell we Honorable Minister, plenty thank you, and the Deputy Minister of Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, plenty thank you. I want to tell the President of the Sierra Leone Association of Hotels, Mr. Johnny, he's a brother, and he's doing very well in the industry. I want to tell him beaucoup thank you. I also want to thank the principal of MMCET. Yes, thank you, Doctor. Your presence means a lot to us. I also want to tell the most able chairman of the National Tourist Board. Thank you, sir, and all you board members of the board for National Tourist Board. Thank you all for coming. I also want to tell we honorable parliamentarians, you know, these people are unique. They are so supportive. They're always a support me wherever we go. Anytime we call them, they're always ready. And any case where we get, they're always ready for fact for we. Honorable ministers, honorable parliamentarians, thank you very much for coming. We appreciate your presence. I also want to tell the representative from the Ministry of Planning and Economic Development. By the way, your speech be so good. Thank you very much. Thank you for the consider we. And we still don't feel reassured for no say we then on a plan. I also want to take the opportunity for tell the representative from the Environment, Ministry of Environment. Thank you very much, sir. Your presence means a lot to us. Unabi smaller, the Salon man, thank you. The ambassador. We own very own Cal Dinero. Thank you very much, sir. Your presence means a lot. Tourism not about only hotels or other things, but the entertainment ministry means a lot to me. And you being here, you don't carry a very good signal. Thank you very much, sir. I also want to say thank you to all the entertainers, Sierra Leone dance troupe. Thank you. You guys were amazing. The technical dance troupe. Thank you for owner self cam. We tell boku thank you. I also want to tell the decorator, the person who dressed this place. And Isata, thank you so much. You are amazing. You know, it amazes me when this woman they use we all local things then, you know. Everything here is made in Salon. They use we local content for design place, and look how beautiful the place is. And Isata, salute you, man. Thank you very much. I also want to say thank you to all the tour operators. You know that people here they help we for sell the country. All tour operators, you guys are so amazing. We thank you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep selling Sierra Leone. Keep lifting the green, white, and blue flag high. We appreciate you guys. We also want to say thank you to the DJ. DJ, thank you. DJ Rahim, we tell you plenty thank you. We want to appreciate at this point, I want to add my voice to my minister in voice and appreciate all the staff of the Ministry of Tourism and Cultural Affairs and its subvented agency, the National Tourist Board, the Monumental Relics Commission, where I came from. Thank you guys. You guys have been so supportive. We all work towards the agenda of the ministry. Thank you. I also want to say the very waiters, thank you. They go to the cook, the person who cater. This person is having cook. Thank you for the food. And my special guests, thank you all for coming. The Aviation Ministry, the police, you guys are so amazing. Without you, this program will be for long. I also want to use this platform for advertising my own TV reality show, the Salon Kontri Pot. And they come on AYV TV or every Saturday at 4:30. That program that they teach you about we culture, they teach you for make you know who you come on. You are every Saturday, AYV 4:30. Please, una de tune in and let una be supportive. And we also can be live on Facebook and all social media platforms. I cannot go without saying thank you to my museum people. Thank you so much. National Railway Museum, National Museum. Please visit the museum. Know more about your culture. Thank you so much. Thank you all. You guys are all amazing and you're all important to us. Thank you.
Thank you. A round of applause for Mrs. Anne-Marie.